Rotate device. Why? Huh. I guess I'm live. Huh. I didn't know I could go live on the phone. Hey, anybody's... See, here's the thing about this one, though. I can't do it. Oh. Anyway, a lot going on today.
Yep.
Awful lot going on today. Won't be able to see.
A lot of stupid people out there.
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
Go Canada truckers. Come on, U.S. truckers. You got to do the same.
I will. Anyway, well, I woke up this morning, got on Telegram. Apparently, Russia invaded the Ukraine. I think that's a complete
fluke.
No, it's just a show for everybody. Trying to take people's eyes off the Durham report.
Yeah.
The Durham report's going to bring out a lot of stuff. I mean, it's going to bring out a lot of stuff. For those watching, this is the first time I have ever used my phone for a live stream, so I wasn't able to do
Comment and like.
Well, nobody's watching right now. I can see nobody's watching right now.
Well.
But it's going to go up as a lot. It's going to go up, and people will watch it later. It'll go right on the channel.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's weird. I wish I could get this to go in landscape mode, though. Anyway, we'll see if somebody gets on or not. We're sitting over here at the house, just hanging out. All other thing I'm looking at this morning is looking for the revaluation to happen here in the next few days. People keep saying it's imminent, and it's still imminent.
Yep.
There's a guy I watch, Mark Z, and a website I go to, Dinar Recaps, to keep track of that, because I have serious doubts that Iraq is causing the holdup, them putting in the Iraqi government. Now, I just seen a little bit about Iraq's budget. They're trying to pass a budget, and they're saying they can't pass that budget until they get the revaluation value of their dollar, which is the dinar.
Look what China's doing.
Yeah, well, there's three main currencies that are, well, there's all these old classic bonds, like the old Chinese bonds and the dragon bonds, and when those things get paid, they're supposed to put us in, we're in the 5A basket, or 4A basket, and there's three main currencies there's a bunch of currencies, but the three main ones are the ZIM, which is the Zimbabwe dollar, which we have, and the Iraqi dinar, and then there's the Vietnam dong. I can't tell you how bad I have to not touch my keyboard. Everybody gets on the internet and asks, where can I buy dong? My next answer is going to be the truck stop. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway. Oh, somebody's watching.
Hi.
Hi. We're on the phone, so I don't see any chat or anything. I won't know who that is, but anyway. I don't know. World's in a crazy place. I think it's fixing to flip. I mean, because this Durham reports, they're just now starting to drop stuff. He just dropped that Hillary paid for them to spy on Trump, there's going to be a whole lot more to it than just that. It's going to be a whole lot more to it than just that. I mean, I don't know. It
That
depends on
woman
how.
just, ooh.
It depends on how deep down the rabbit
I
hole
shouldn't
you
say
want to go.
woman. That's an it.
That's an it. Yeah, just like Serena Williams and Michelle Jackson, they're it's too.
Yeah.
Mm.
God made two.
Yeah, that was
male and female. He didn't make bulls to get milk from, and he made the chickens to get eggs, male and female.
Yeah, well, there it is. Word from the authority. Brats are at school.
Yeah.
We're waiting for them to get home. They get home 4:30. And it's raining outside. And
It's starting to get cold.
was gonna do this on the laptop, which I'd like to do it on the laptop, but the laptop said somebody was using my camera. And I'm sitting there going, what app is using my camera? So I guess I'm going to have to put some tape back over the camera again. Anyway.
What do you think about this 5G crap?
Scary.
Very.
I'll do something on that. That's almost a whole
don't
show.
Don't buy them 5G phones.
Well, it's not just. I mean, they put out the. It's the frequency that it's the frequency that they're using for the 5G. If they changed the frequencies, it would be okay.
Right.
But you know, what are you gonna do? You buy a 5G phone, it's got that antenna. They can access your phone and make it broadcast the frequency to hurt you. I don't want an antenna capable of broadcasting 5G. I mean, if 4G is not enough for everybody, then they're just going to have to deal.
Yep.
I'm not going to have a phone, I guess, after so long.
Yep. Me neither.
But I don't know. I've been doing rabbit hole searching all morning, going down the rabbit hole, looking at all these, and they're not conspiracies. I'm pretty sure we're all going to find out what's real and what's not.
Oh yeah.
But when we do.
What do you think about the buzz?
What buzz?
Saying that the moon landing was a fake.
Oh, Buzz Aldrin saying the moon landing was. We didn't think that happened anyway.
Me as a kid didn't even think that.
They didn't even have the.
I thought it was fake then.
They didn't even have the computing power that's in a common wristwatch nowadays. So, no, I don't think they did it.
Mm-mm.
I'm still on the fence about flat Earth versus globe. I mean, it sounds a bit corny.
It says in the Bible that it's round.
Yeah. Anyway, you can get a person to believe anything.
Oh yeah, just keep telling them.
You can get a person to believe anything. And people with weak minds are easier to convince.
Yes, they are.
Most of them are called Democrats, but I was going to go somewhere completely different. You derailed me.
I'm sorry.
It was an important thing, too. I can't remember it now.
It'll come back to you if it's important.
Yeah, I should take notes. If we're going to start doing this every few days, I should take notes.
Yeah.
Well, this is basically a test to see how it works with the phone. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there, but as soon as it uploads, I'm going to watch it. That's why I don't want this to be too terribly long. It's already 10 minutes. But what was it? It was the things I was looking at this morning. There was the Russia invasion. There was I've seen so much. The Durham report, then the revaluation. Mike found Mike Penny again, and somebody come on and said he said that the SAR is going to happen next week. Well, I went and listened to last night's show, and no, he didn't. They didn't say that. But I mean, there you go. That in its own self is a rabbit hole, because not very many people know about NESARA, what it is, what it's supposed to do, what it's for.
Trolls out there.
Yeah. It's essentially to reseat the 1776 Constitution, essentially, and to pay back the money that they stole from everybody, and to get rid of all the illegal banking and the illegal taxation, and retrain all cops and judges and lawyers in constitutional law, and not uh, admiralty law, or the, what is it, 1871 England, as a thing with us in England in 1871 that put in maritime law. It's supposed to be scrapping that. One of the conditions of NESARA is world peace. All militaries are, there's to be no military doing any kind of military action. So here we go. Russia's shooting at the Ukraine. Stops that.
Supposed to be.
They're saying there's also signs, because it's also supposed to put us back on a gold-backed dollar. And there are pictures of the new currency, the new U.S. currency that's going to be coming out.
Rainbow.
It's called rainbow currency because it's going to be based on gold, silver, platinum, and other precious metals, which I'm sure they'll rotate in and out, because we all know any gold-backed or any precious metal-backed currency is going to hold its value, as opposed to fiat money. It's just basically worth the paper it's printed on and the government's word. And, well, who can trust the government anymore?
Exactly.
Especially when you got Wall Street turds manipulating our money, and they're loaning us money, and then we got to pay interest on it. Well, where does that come from? Well, we got to borrow more to pay back that interest, and now we're so far in debt. I mean, so far in debt that the whole system needs reset again. And I'm not talking about this communist great reset of Klaus Schwab. That's a Nazi shithead right there. No, I'm talking about a real one, where we switch back to gold-backed money. And because really, honestly, oh, we're live.
Okay.
Hey, we're live again. I mean, the Justin Trudeau thing, him putting in the Emergencies Act. First of all, he's Fidel Castro's kid. He's a little tyrant, and he's like a little baby sissy tyrant that never grew up. Look at him stomping his feet. Oh, you won't do what I say. Emergency Act, send the army. What a retard. And I'm sorry for all you Canadian people that have watched us. I'm so sorry for you and your dipstick government. You guys, we need to stand up and clean ours too. But yes. Boy, y'all got the man got on YouTube and said he admires China because of its communist dictatorship, and now he's pulling this with the truckers. Yeah,
it's time for the world to stand up.
Well, these freedom trucker rallies are happening all over. They're happening in Europe. They're happening in Israel. They're happening all over the world. I think Australia had one. I don't know if they're still doing it or
Brazil.
Not. Well, they had a rally that they were using frequency weapons on them, which will make your skin crack and sunburn your skin and cause you severe vomiting and sickness. That's the Australian government. They're straight up, and I mean straight up, New World Order communist Nazis. They're going to start killing their own people pretty soon. they're going to start mass exterminating people pretty soon in Australia. That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
The world's in a sad shape, folks, but I mean, I guess a lot of it is because we've been standing up and saying, we're not going to take it. We're not going to do this anymore. I'm all for the people that do that. I really am. We're in support of all the people that do that.
Yep.
We can't really support them with actions, and we can't support them with money, but we can lend moral support. Yeah, solidarity to the Canadian truckers. From
Amen.
Somebody who drove a truck for 20 years, yeah.
10 years.
Hope, yeah, her's 10 and I'm 20. I hope you get her done. I really do.
I do too.
I hope you get her done. I hope you get that little...
I've ever seen two truck drivers agree on one thing.
I hope you get Turdo out of office. I really do. Because he is a turd. Oh. But, what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. Everybody needs to stay. I think
over evil.
One of the things that I'm seeing is people are starting to call for just a strike, a general, nationwide, don't matter who you are, what you do, don't go to work and don't spend no money for a week strike.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
We do. We stay at home.
Yeah, but
we don't go nowhere to spend nothing.
We're poor. We don't have nothing to spend or the gas to get there. So we don't do it by choice. That's how are two people?
Okay, if we don't do it, we can do it not by choice. They can do it just because they need to stand up for America or all the countries in the world.
Well, my question would be, how do two people that never leave the compound and don't go out and only have a finite amount of money to spend anyway, make an impact not leaving for several more days, which we weren't going to do anyway? That doesn't make the impact. Getting people to do it together is what makes the impact.
I know.
Getting people to stand together. At least getting on here and showing solidarity and support.
Everybody stay home for a week.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, that's when the truckers are going to supposed to start coming.
Be careful. Justin Trudeau says he's going to freeze our American bank accounts if we support Trump and we support the Canadian truckers. Don't say that too loudly. Yeah. We feel bad for you, Canada. We do. We hope you get that jerk out of office. We do.
I hope we get all these bad people out of office.
As far as Putin goes...
The camera went dark. Now it's going light again, dark.
Yeah, I know. As far as Putin goes, I don't think Putin's the enemy. I don't think Putin's the enemy at all.
I don't think our government is.
And I don't think Putin's invading. I don't think Putin's invading the Ukraine. If you think like I do and don't like the twat we have for president, the sock puppet that we have for president, him and his son, who are deep state actors and basically stuck up China's butt, we're doing a lot of business dealings in the Ukraine with the Ukrainian mafia and the deep state government there. And that might be. But they hit an orphanage. Okay? And that looks like a message to me, because the whole world is, right now, the whole underground world is exploding about all these kids being trafficked. That's getting that's a huge thing. The kids being trafficked. And the only thing they're showing on pictures of is an orphanage was hit. Well, was that orphan or kindergarten? It was a kindergarten. But it's still a place for kids. I'm saying, is that a message? Is that optics? Is that all that is for the fake media's false flag? Could they hit a kindergarten in Ukraine? Is the Ukraine trafficking children? I mean, we all know Hillary Clinton had a bunch of crazy dealings with the Ukraine, so all that's fixing to come out in the Durham report too. So I don't think you take.
I hope it all comes out.
I don't think you take this one on face value. I think you take this one with a grain of salt and try to apply some critical thinking. If we are trying to stop the adrenochrome trafficking and the child trafficking, that that hitting a kindergarten would work into that optics perfectly. I don't think Putin's trying to start a war. He knows it would draw us in. At least the douchebag and the douchebag wannabe in D.C. saying we're going to support Ukraine. Well, maybe because Ukraine's paid you and your son, your crackhead son, so much money. They pay you money, so you're going to commit American lives? That don't sound right to me. I mean, now I saw another thing. We're putting people on the Poland border. Our soldiers are going to the border of Poland. Okay, why do we want involved in that? Russia's not our enemy. At one point in history, for pretty sure a couple of great big wars, they were our allies. It just, it don't make sense right now. All this is optics. It's all, I mean, they call it a movie. I'm starting to wonder because I haven't seen anything real. I haven't seen video. Show me the video. I've seen a picture of a hole, a lady laying in bed. But there again, I also seen a pile of bodies that were COVID death bodies. And then one of them lit a cigarette and smoked it and then put it back out and then laid there still again. So there's your optics.
Yep.
I'm serious. It's just...
It's the crap they're doing.
It's bizarre. Yes. Everything going on right now is bizarre. And I think it's because the deep state's scared. Because focus on Durham. Focus on Evergreen. That Chinese company that they're trying to stop the child trafficking and they're trying to stop the banking. They're going to bring down the market so they can bring in the new dollar. They've already printed a bunch of them, but all these banks are under NDAs and nobody will say nothing about it. We're waiting on rates. I'm waiting on an appointment to go trade in to get a handful of them. So we'll find out.
Yep.
I mean, it all comes out in the wash. It really does.
Amen.
And in time, it all comes out in the wash. But there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, and I'm trying to look at it critically. And I'm a little radical, so it's difficult. But anyway, that's my assessment of what's going on today. I ought to make notes again. I ought to do that. I ought to make notes again so that it comes back to it. I'm going to put up one more live here in just a few minutes to see if I can get this phone to go live in landscape. But other than that, man, you guys take it easy and you be cool. It's impossible for us, but we know you can do it.
You can do it.
Now, how do I turn it off?
I have no idea.
Oh. Yes, I want to stop streaming.